Oh, don't apologize, it's fine. I don't mind waiting. Today's the big day, everybody. We're going on our date with Sachi. Wonder where we're gonna go. No, that's, maid uniform after all, huh?
メイド服はメイド服でも、これは最近購入した外出用のおしゃれ着でして、胸元の赤いリボンもこうより色鮮やかに。
Alright, I get it, okay? Actually, I can't see any difference whatsoever, but I suppose I'll have to take the maid's expert word on this one. Right. And as for the plan, we decided this pretty suddenly, so I have absolutely nothing.
やっぱりそうですよね。
Well, you don't have faith in me? Horrible. So for today, I thought we could do whatever you want to do.
私がやりたいことですか?
Anything. Even if it's cleaning the dorm or bayonet drills, I'm up for it. Whatever you feel like is fine. This is your day.
そうですね。
Sachi places a hand on her cheek, shuts her eyes, and begins to think the matter over. 10 to 1 odds, she's gonna say something completely ridiculous and off the wall. If nothing comes to mind, you can say so.
すみません。私やっぱり自分から案を出すのは苦手みたいで。
Come to think of it, you told me the same thing back when I transferred in. How does he remember all this stuff?
はい。
I can't even remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. When she was a kid, Sachi used to constantly invent new games and drag me into them. Probably safe to say this is another area of her personality strongly influenced by the trauma that an accident inflicted on her.
なので今日はゆうくんが普段していることを一緒にするというのはいかがでしょうか?
Well, my typical activities basically come down to training and reading. Might be a bit of a stretch to call that a date, don't you think?
それは大丈夫です。どんな内容でも私とゆうくんがデートだと思えば、それはもう立派なデートです。
I see. Alright. Thanks to JB and Chizuru's incessant grumbling, I had a pretty fixed image of a date as something like dinner at an expensive restaurant with a skyline view. But Sachi's absolutely right. The important thing is what the experience means to the people involved, not whether it meets some arbitrarily societal standard. Alright. In that case, why don't you tag along in my training today?
ありがとうございます。
I'm sure the girls will be tagging along as well. Keep in mind, my training's no joke. This may be a date, but be sure to approach it with the utmost caution.
は、了解したであります。
Alrighty. Well, are you ready, Ranger Kamini?
はい。運動用のメイド服に着替えてきたであります。
That's the same outfit you always wear. Don't try to make it into something it's not, okay? 10 minutes later, Sachi holds her rifle, reed broom. In the classic shouldering position, I bellow my approval. Alright, well done. Also, you will respond to any further orders with an immediate hoo-ah. Is that clear?
Ranger!
Oh, close enough. Not bad. You're squeal a bit better than your average stuck pig. We'll be starting off with a nice easy round of squat jumps. You know the drill?
以前、インターネット上の動画で確認したことがありますです。
They say you're always prepared, Kamini, and it seems like they're right. Can't cut it as a ranger. You have a bright future selling cookies with the Girl Scouts. In deference to your shrewdness, I'll permit you to substitute the regulation 3.5 kilogram rifle for that broom of yours.
は、ありがとうございます、軍曹殿。
Alright then, your target for this drill is 30 repetitions. I hear you've been clambering down schoolhouse walls with those legs. Let's see what they can do.
レンジャー !1、2、3、4...
After offering her energetic assent, Sachi shoulders the broom behind her back behind her neck, jumps in the air from a low squat, and alternates her leading foot on the way back down. The movements vaguely resemble the well-known Cossack dance, but the need to leap all the way up every time places a severe strain on her lower body.
15、16、17...
As if to demonstrate, Sachi's movements quickly grow sluggish after her 15th repetition. What's the matter, Ranger Kamini? Even a bottle-blonde, twin-tailed pseudo-tsundere could struggle through that much. Is that maid uniform just for show? Get moving. Hmm? I didn't hear what I thought I heard. Turn around in response to a tap on my shoulder, only to find Amane standing behind me with an ominous glower on her face. Oh, if it isn't Amane, weren't you making Makina a snack or something?
Yeah, それはもう終わったから様子を見に来たんだけど、もしかしてこれがデートなの?
This was her idea. Sachi asked if she could participate in some of my typical activities. This is what I do on a daily basis. Got a problem with that?
で、軍隊式トレーニングってわけ?
Yeah, incidentally, the constant shouting helps develop your abdominal muscles. Makes a surprisingly big difference in the results of any exercise routine, in my experience. Give it a try if you ever get anxious about your waist.
それはどうも。って私が言いたいのはもっとデートらしいデートをしてあげてもいいんじゃないってこと。
Don't follow. Please elaborate.
だっていくら好きな人と一緒だからって軍隊の真似事みたいなことやらされて喜ぶ女の子がいると思う?
Probably not that many now that you mention it.
だったら普通に買い物したり映画を見たりした方が絶対いいじゃん。
Well, I get your point, but Sachi did make the request.
それでももう少し気を利かせてあげてもいいと思うけど。
Probably a fair point, but in between drills, bend down and whisper loving words in her ear, something like that.
そうじゃなくて、ユージなら読書もよくしてるんだから、図書館で読書とかでもよかったんじゃない?
Huh. Well, true enough, that sounds a bit more like a date.
ちなみに聞きたいんだけど、この後はどんな予定になってたの?
Well, a round trip over a one-rope bridge followed by a rope climbing session probably would have finished things off with a 10-mile rifle run. No? Not you like it? Mine had kept her cool until now, but my latest response is followed by some violent trembling on her part. Something wrong? Need a bathroom break? Don't let me keep you. Suddenly exploding with anger, Amane grabs my hand and starts yanking me fiercely along. Hold on, what are you trying to... Yes, ma'am. I get the message, but we can't just leave Sachi training.
ごめん、さっちゃん。ユージのことを少し借りるからちょっとだけ待っててね。レンちゃん。それと返事は普通に戻していいから。はい、わかりました。くんにアマネが切れてるのさ。マキちゃん、何食べてるの?
Ew. That's disgusting. Ugh.
ありがとう。で、豆乳ドーナツだよね、これ。で、ずいぶん落ち着いてるみたいだけど、彼氏が連れてかれちゃっても平気なのよ。あまねさん、何か用事があるみたいだし、仕方ないよ。そんなこと言って、アマネーの用事がお兄ちゃんを食べちゃうことだったらどうするのよ? 食べるとしたら、やっぱりもも肉とかかな。
Tender thigh meat? Alright.
マキちゃんだったら、ユウくんはどこが美味しいと思う?
Was Sachi planning on eating me? Oh my god.
やっぱサッチンはすげえな。
That's kind of odd. Alright. Why are we on the roof exactly? After a rough march to the rooftop, I'm forced to sit on my heels until Amani's withering gaze of scorn.
こうし
して正座してもらってるのはユージに反省してもらうためだからね。
I did understand that much, yes. You're basically saying that squat jumping is an inappropriate choice for a first date, right?
っていうか、軍隊みたいな訓練全部いくらユージが変わり者だからってさすがに限度があるわよ。
Maybe you're right. Sachi seemed to be enjoying it in a way, didn't she? I mean...
それはさっちゃんが涙が出るくらいいい子だからであって、ステーキが大好きだけど卵かけご飯も食べられますっていうのと同じ原理よ。
I see, nice analogy. I get it now.
それにユージならもっと女の子が喜びそうなところだって連れて行けたでしょ。
Well, I was considering inviting her to a meal at first, I guess.
やっぱりね。それならなおさらあんなデートになる意味がわからないわよ。
Money glowers down at me with her eyes narrowed and an expression of transparent vexation. Among other things, this whole date idea was her suggestion. She seems truly and earnestly upset that it didn't go well. You have a point. I might have been taking advantage of Sachi's tolerant nature on this one. And for someone who understands how Sachi's mind works and why, that's fundamentally wrong. Even when it comes to something as small as this.
ここからは本当に真剣な話なんだけど、ユージはさっちゃんがこの学園にいる理由を知ったんでしょ。
She delivers the question in a slightly lower tone of voice, and Mani's eyes bore searchingly into mine. What makes you say that?
とぼけても無駄。いくらさっちゃんが幼馴染だったからって何の理由もなくユージが付き合うことにしたなんて言い出すはずないもの。
Everyone has a reason. Mana declares without so much as a moment's hesitation. There's a flat matter-of-fact certainty in her voice. In other words, this woman is absolutely confident that she understands me. I guess there's no point pretending then.
やっぱりそうなんだ。
Yes, I know about the incident that brought Sachi to the school, and I know about the trauma at the root of it all. On the basis of that knowledge, I thought long and hard about what I could do for Sachi as she is today, and ultimately I decided becoming a couple would be an essential step in that process.
言ってることはわかるけど、それは本当に必要なことだったの？Getting
halfway involved is not going to cut it. The law Sachi's imposed on herself is too brittle and too dangerous for that. You all saw for yourselves what can happen when those shackles bind her too tightly, didn't you? Amanda gently closes her eyes and holds her silence for a long moment.
じゃあ、最後に一つ聞かせてほしいんだけど、何かしてあげたいって思ったのはユージがさっちゃんのことを好きになったから？
Oh, I did not want to answer this question. And when her eyes open again, they communicate a serious warning. Don't even think about trying to dodge the question. To be completely honest, I don't really know whether I love Sachi or not. But I do know that I was drawn to her, or something she has that I don't. And I was completely serious about choosing her. I had to replay the game twice to choose her. That's how serious I am. I shut my eyes and honestly put my feelings into the clearest words that I can. And for a moment I hear Amane sigh softly.
そっか。正直に答えてくれてありがとう。
Has always approached me with a straightforward affection and kindness. In retrospect, I probably should have done her the courtesy of making this equally clear from the start. Alright, well, mind if I ask you a question of my own?
いいけど、どんなこと？
What is Sachi to you, Amane?
もちろん、大切な友達に決まってるじゃない。
Once more, her response comes without a moment's hesitation. A friend, huh? Is that all?
だってさっちゃんはすごくいい子だし、さっちゃんがいてくれて助かったことも楽しかったこともたくさんあるもの。だから私以外の誰に同じ質問をしても絶対同じ答えが返ってくるって私は。
As she says those words, there's almost a proud smile on her face. Anyone who saw that expression would instantly know those words aren't mere polite flattery. Good to hear. I'm all the more convinced now. Mumbling more to myself than Amane, I finally ease off my heels, flopping down cross-legged onto the warm concrete.
それってどういうこと？
Well, to put it simply, right now I think Amane needs people like you more than anything else in the world.
ごめん、ユージの言ってることがよくわからないんだけど。
Well, that's alright. It's more convenient for me that way.
何よそれ。それじゃあ私が納得できないってば。
Sometimes it's best you don't understand what's going on. Alright then, well. It's nothing complicated. Since you called Sachi your friend, Amane, I want to ask you for a little favor on her behalf, if you don't mind.
頼み？
That's right. If you really care about Sachi, I want you to keep treating her exactly as you have until now.
今までと同じって、そんな普通のことでいいの？
I don't think anyone in this place, myself included, has had nearly enough of that sort of ordinary in their lives. I'm not trying to say it's as simple as that, but what Sachi needs right now is to realize what she has. My answer is purposefully a bit on the opaque side, not exactly the concrete explanation of my plans Amane was clearly looking for. But without a single complaint, she quietly searches for the meaning of those words on her own.
分かった。そうすることで私も何かを手伝えるって言うなら、でもそれはユージに言われたからとかじゃなくて、さっちゃんの友達として当然のことなんだからね。
Good. Thank you, Amane.
ユージってそんなに素直にお礼が言えるんだ。
What's that supposed to mean? I don't have manners? Say something?
なんでもない。
Alright.
それとさ、ユージは気づいてないかもしれないけど、さっちゃんと一緒にいる時のユージ、笑ってることが多くなったよ。
What?
ユージのことをずっと見てきた私が言うんだから間違いないって。
Putting a hand on her hip as she speaks, Amane flashes me a smile that's just a little too spirited to be fully convincing. Amane...
じゃあ、ユージへのお説教タイムはここらで終わりにするとして、頼み事をされた私の方からも、ユージに一つだけお願い事。
Fine, whatever, what is it?
私を振って別の女の子を選んだからには、さっちゃんのこと、ちゃんと幸せにしてあげてよね。
Oh, you don't remember? Oh, well, I guess you wouldn't remember. Oh, Amane. The little wink, Amane promptly turns on her heel and leaves the rooftop. Look at me. Getting the full kid gloves treatment from a woman. It's got a lot more delicacy than you guess. And while I don't want to suggest her gender gives her some universal insight into the female mind, she's taught me a lot of things in her role as unofficial ambassador of young women. I smile more often when I'm with Sachi, huh? I hadn't even been aware, but maybe the reason I chose Sachi has something to do with that as well. Either way, I've already found myself indebted to my classmates' insight and kindness. For once it seems Chizuro's advice might have been genuinely worth listening to.